Championships. And Pauline, welcome to the commentary box. Madras Motor Racing Circuit. It's great to be in India. It's 4 years since
as much diversity as we can. And right now we're looking at a total of 6 riders still in contention for the title, mathematically.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk you through the row. Kenneth Kubo, the surprise pole setter, alongside Zakwan Zaidi and Tiger Harder, another teenager. Chalermpol and Ratapong and Yuki Ito on row number 2. Deichik Kreisart, another former champion, alongside a youngster Tepe Nagoe. And Ahmad Yudhishthira. Let's not count out the Kawasaki of Yudhishthira. Sitisak is sitting in for this one. He came off this morning as well. Irfan Ardiancha, 11th on the grid. Noriyuki Haga, bike number 41 for the 42-year-old Japanese. Sena Yamada. Shankar Sarath Kumar, who will keep a close eye on for the Indian, the Chennai-born lad, to see what he can do. And Aslan Shah Kamruzaman starting down in row number 5. And also coming late into the lane. Thoughts ahead of this race?
I think my chances, I'm giving it like Decha, Zakwan, and I think...
Don't count out Tiger Harder.
Yeah, Tiger Harder will be there, you know, he won the race in the first race, so I think there are a couple of guys there you gotta watch out for.
Why are we ignoring the pole sitter?
Sorry?
Why are we ignoring the pole sitter?
Yeah, Kenneth Kubo, you know, definitely he will be there as a pole sitter, you know, he's done a low, he's the only one who breaks the 41, you know, he did a 40.9, I think. So yeah, but he gotta be consistent, you know, gotta be consistent. Consistency is the main thing, you know, if you want to win the race here.
Numbers to look out for. Zakwan Zaidi. Nobody's talking about Zakwan, which is probably how he likes it best. He's 2nd place at the moment. He's also in the overall championship standings in 4th place, but just 5 points off 2nd place in the championships. You know Zakwan very well. Does he like just being under the radar, Pauline?
I think he's comfortable being in the limelight as well.
And he's relatively young. We keep forgetting about Zakwan, that it seems like he's been on the scene for years, but he's only approaching his 22nd year.
Yes, he's only 22 years old. And yeah, you're right, Des. We keep forgetting that he's only 22.
So the riders come down. They've had a little look on the formation lap. Thankfully, nobody's come off on this occasion. In the last race, the AP 250, the championship leader, Jerry Salim, went off on the formation lap and would finish pointless. But our thoughts now onto this Kubo. Bike number 64, the surprise pole sitter, Zakwan Zaidi alongside him, Tiger Harder, the teenager in the red. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman at the very back there alongside bike number 69 in the red of Shankar Sarath Kumar. So we are all just about set. 16 laps of the track, race number 1 of the weekend. The green flag is cleared. The red lights will go on, and when they disappear, we will be underway. Lap 1 of 16. It's a good start from Zakwan Zaidi. He's taken alongside him Tiger Harder, and immediately Kenneth Kumno is enveloped by 3 of the riders. Leads Zakwan Zaidi off to a cracking first lap start, and he will lead going into the first corner, Kwang Meng Heng.
Yeah, Zakwan had a really good start there, you can see, and I was watching Aslan behind there, and Aslan did have a good start, but let's see how it goes later on.
He's going to be stuck in a lot of traffic.
Certainly is. It's Kubo, though, who was left behind originally, but has managed to get himself back up into 2nd place, and dragging alongside him, Chalermpol has got up into 3rd. Tiger Harder, he's in 2nd. Where is Kubo?
Oh, I think that's
Chalermpol.
Chalermpol is out and is looking like he's hurt. He took a big thump on the top.
Yeah, I think he just accelerated there. He just guessed the thing out, and the bike just threw him out. Yeah, you can see now he went out of the line, then he's coming back, and that's where the sand all is, you know, in the first lap, so the tire will be still not that sticky there. So that's why he crashed there.
He hit his shoulder very, very hard on the tarmac, and will clearly be stunned by that, but the race carries on with Zakwan Zaidi leading from Tiger Harder. He's not concerned about what's going on behind him. Kubo is currently in 3rd place, and Zakwan, after a great start, Pauline, is looking in good nick in the early stages.
Certainly, and I'm hoping that he does not make the same mistake that he did in Sentul.
Coming down the hill for the first time, they'll come into the sharp right-hand corner at the end of lap number 1. It is Zakwan Zaidi from Malaysia on the Musashi Bunsu Honda who leads from Tiger Harder. Kreisart third, Ito fourth, Kubo fifth, Ratapong sixth, Tepe Nagoe is in 7th. Aslan Shah's got himself up into the top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Like I say, I saw the way he started just now. Had a good start. He was like passing like 4 or 5 bikes on the second gear when he came to third gear there.
Aslan Shah, I'm looking for Amadou Destera, who's in 8th. We're looking for the green livery of Aslan Shah, and the reason we're so interested is because he's the championship leader. But Zakwan Zaidi has got a chance to make inroads, as does Tiger Harder, and those two are the two leading the way with Deicha Kreisart and Yuki Ito also involved. It's a cracking battle for the front four.
I think somebody went off the track there. It looks like Lila Rod or something, and I'm not sure. It looks like somebody went off the track there.
So 2 casualties in the first lap and a half, but Zakwan focused just on the open track ahead of him. Zakwan Zaidi hunkers down. Tiger Harder, who has grown throughout this championship season, he moves into 2nd place. Tiger, who had a 2nd and a 1st on race number 1, and Tiger, Aslan Shah Kamruzaman, lapping a 1:47 and making inroads, Pauline Cheng.
Don't you think that the Kawasaki struggled just a little bit here? Maybe the bike is
I think
too powerful?
Yeah, I mean, the setting up of the bike here is very important. The gearing they use, is totally different from the Honda and the Yamaha. So I think the Kawasaki is struggling here a bit. Like I talked to Aslan this morning, and he told me a bit hard to set up the bike here.
Supersport 600cc, lap 2, Zakwan from Tiger from Kreisart, Ito up to 4th, Kubo 5th, Willarot down to 6th, Tepe Nagoe, Haga, Irfan, Aslan Shah now into 11th, so he's dropped a place there. Chulernpol, as we expected, has not been able to get up after that thumping crash, but luckily he seems to be okay and is off the track. But Zakwan, what a textbook start for Zakwan Zaidi.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he's a very fit boy. Actually, he's like 22. He's a very fit guy, and I think he can do the 16-lap race. And I told him, you gotta be consistent, whatever it is.
You saw on that little chicane the hard work that the riders are having to go through here, shifting left, shifting right, and then getting the balance just right. Fitness is a big part of the regime of these riders, Pauline.
Certainly, most of them have really good fitness on par with the world-class riders. Otherwise, they would have wilted under this heat. Imagine 63 degrees on the track, close to 40 degrees air temperature, and they are encased in so much leather.
Bike number 24, Deicha Kreisart is beginning to make a move on Tiger Harder. So the front 3, although they're pulling away, they can't get away from Ito and Kubo. Ito in that little group, bike number 76, the red front to his helmet, currently in 5th place. Kubo also in that little group, as is Ratapong.
I think Kubo in 4th now. I think he's right in front of Yuki Ito now. Yeah, I think
Kubo has got himself ahead into 4th.
Yeah.
As they come round at the end of lap number 3, 13 laps to go. It is still Zakwan leading the way from Tiger and Deicha Kreisart. Less than 0.6 of a second between 1 and 3. Further down, Kubo 4th, Ito, Ratapong. We're looking for Aslan Shah, he's dropped down to 13th place.
I think he's having problem with his leg.
Yes.
You don't see he's crouching down low. He can't do that. I think something is really wrong with him.
Yeah, it's certainly not the all-action Aslan Shah Kamruzaman that we're used to, and he is riding wounded.
If he were to fail to get any points here, that would open up the championship again, and the next round is on Deicha's beautifully
to the climax, which is exactly what we want. We do hope Aslan is not adding to his injury. He can pick up a single point. If he can pick up 4 or 5, you never know. how important it could be in the overall championship standings, which, as a reminder, Aslan Shah leads Tiger Harder by 20 points. A further 5 points behind is Zakwan Zaidi, and it's Zakwan who's leading this race. This is the battle for P1, which Zakwan has been in P1 since the very first corner.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see Tiger Harda is now really, relaxing. He's riding behind Zakwan. All the pressure now is on Zakwan. So Tiger Harda just try to follow Zakwan and wait for him to make a mistake and to pounce on him. That's it.
Interesting use of the word relax.
Zakwan has a tendency sometimes to get to crumble under pressure.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So far he's not. So far he is relishing it, but the pressure is building up behind him because Kubo's recovered from that poor start. Further down, Shankar Sarath Kumar is a long way down, whereas he's in 14th place.
He must be feeling immense pressure. There's racing on his home ground in front of his friends.
Yeah, there you can see. He's there.
Well, it was Aslan Shah who went ahead of him. Here is Shankar Sarath. He's a long way down, but as you say, pressure, but also enjoying the limelight. This is his ground, this is his territory. We saw him do the work beforehand of getting the spectators to come here. His moment in the spotlight. We're hoping in Europe produce more riders, Pauline.
We are certainly hoping for that, and for that to, I think within the next 5 years we will see more promising riders coming along. Riders like Seturaji, for example, who has started racing in the 250cc class.
We were in Delhi last year, here we are in Madras. Good to be back at the wonderful old track where you once starred at the end of last century.
Yeah, I raced here, 1997 that time, I think?
1997,
yeah.
That was the first time we've ever raced in India.
That time we were racing on the 250, it's two-stroke that time.
The shape of the track is very much the same, but the surface looks to be an awful lot smoother, an awful lot better.
It's so much better than the last time, 97, when I raced here.
Again, they come into the final right-hand corner. After this will be 11 laps to go. We've settled into a slight procession, a fast procession. Zakwan leading from Tiger. Kubo has got himself up to third. Daicha Kreisart has dropped down into 5th place. So something has clearly happened with Kreisart because he's not only lost out to Kubo but also to Yuki Ito.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see Kenneth Kubo is right behind Tiger Harda now, and I think they were able to catch up. I think Yuki Ito is one of the riders to watch out for also.
Yes, certainly. He had a really bad season last year, and it's really nice to be able to see Yuki Ito back in front.
Yuki Ito, bike number 76, currently in 4th place. Just at the tail end of that leading 4. Behind of them, well, Daicha Kreisart seems to be going backwards. Zakwan's still leading the way from Tiger, the teenager. I love your use of the word relaxed for Tiger Harda.
Yeah, Tiger Harda.
Because he looks relaxed.
Looks relaxed, and I mean, like you can see Kenneth Kubo right behind Tiger Harda. They are more relaxed, you can see Zakwan is like he's trying to push, trying to pull away from the pack, but I don't think he's able to do that.
Might be benefiting from his medium wheels, but how long do you think that the medium tires will last before it starts to
You'll see after 10 laps, and after 10 laps, you definitely can see the result. What the medium tires and compare with the hard compound tires will make any difference there.
We'll return to that in about 5 laps time when we see how much slipping and sliding there is at the moment. The grip looks pretty secure. The racing line very, very similar for all of them. Kubo raises the front wheel, slight wheelie, but Zakwan Zaidi takes a tight racing line and will lead comfortably as we come with 10 laps to go. Zakwan from Tiger, from Kubo, from Ito, and tell you what, Daicha Kreisart is going backwards, down to 7th.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the time now. Zakwan Zaidi's time, fastest time is only 42 flat, 42.0. So I mean, in qualifying, everybody was doing 41. So I mean, Zakwan is it's not really pushing that hard. That's why all the guys behind still can manage to follow Zakwan there.
So he's towing everybody along. And
yeah.
It's allowed Yuki Ito and Kenneth Kubo to catch up.
Still go with Zakwan, who is leading the way in a track that is behaving beautifully. It's a technical track. You have to work really hard. There's 12 corners, but even the straights have little kinks in them. which means you have to shift the body weight left and right. The fitness comes into it, the ability to withstand pressure comes into it, all of which begs questions. Has Zaquan got what it takes today? He is under pressure from Tiger Harder. Has Pauline Zaquan got what it takes?
I'm sure he does, but looking at the timesheets, Ito is the fastest man on the track right now. 1:41.701.
Looking at Aslan Shah Kamruzaman, currently certainly still in 13th place, 27 seconds down. Maybe he can target Citisak to pick up a couple of extra points.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if he can, but I don't think he will push 100%. I think he's doing it maybe at 80%
I think
just
at this
to finish
juncture,
the race.
any points will count.
Yeah,
for him.
any points will count.
Yeah, he will be championship leader if he can pick up 5 points no matter what. Zaquan goes through. He's been leading since the start of lap number 1. We are approaching the midway point of the race. 16 laps in total. There are 9 laps to go. Zaquan, was that the beginning of a slide? Are we seeing some wear and tear on the rear tyres?
Yeah, but you can see now he got a small gap between him and Tiger Harder. You know, I don't know whether, I think the tyre is really working now.
But what was once 2 riders is now a group of 6. Tepi Nagoya has attached himself to the back of that group, and again it's another unassuming kid on the block as Ratapong Willarat also joins that little group, and Lee is in 5th just ahead of Nagoya.
This is the front foot that we rarely see in the season so far.
Still Zaquan, there's a familiar name. Tiger Harder, we've grown used to that, but the likes of Ratapong we're not used to seeing. Here he is, the AP Honda Racing Thailand team, lapping 1:41.8, and the lap times are getting quicker.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, I think Decha is left behind.
It's 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think Decha is 4 seconds now. I think, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Decha's dropping off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Yeah.
in a big group ahead, and Decha Kreisart is a further 3 seconds down on that group at last count.
This would be Tepe Nagoya's best fit of the season if he can continue to maintain the pace and, as Megan likes to say, relax.
And also for Kubo, we do forget about Kubo. He was the pole sitter. We didn't really mention him. We smiled with the teenager. Well done, pat on the head. But now he's in 3rd place and causing a problem for Zaquan and his fellow teenager as Decha Kreisart is going backwards.
Yeah, he's going backwards. You know, I think fitness, on his fitness, I think because of he crashed this morning, you know, maybe I take a toll from him there. Because of the crash this morning, that's why he's taking it easy. I mean, take it too easy today, I think.
And not a great race for Amadou Destera either. The Kawasaki's both struggling. We knew Aslan Shah because of his injury, but Amadou Destera currently 10th, Pauline.
Like we had mentioned earlier, the Kawasaki's are really finicky on this tricky circuit, and I think they have a hard time controlling the sheer power of it.
Yeah, sheer power, yeah. And definitely, you know, maneuvering the machine, you know, left to right, because they got a lot of corners. Because this bike, you know, these 600 bikes, you know, compared to the Hondas and the Yamaha, they're easy to control in the corners like chicane or. But for the Kawasaki, it's a bit hard for them to, you know, maneuver right and left as fast as possible as they like.
Tiger Harder lapping now at 1:41.884, but unable to shift Zaquan Zadi. That's if he's trying. Is he just tracking Zaquan?
I think Zaquan, maybe he knows that, you know, everybody is following quite close to him. I think he may has now just like playing a waiting game, you know, maybe another 4 or 5 laps and see how it goes, then try it out. And but also gotta depends on what, you know, the tires that he's using.
Yeah, we'll talk about the tyres because in maybe in another couple of laps time, wear and tear on this hot surface may come through, but still Zaquan from Tiger, from Kubo, from Ito, from Tepe Nagoya, who's got ahead of Ratapong. Decha Kreisart goes across now, 7 seconds down on 6th place. Harder, Yamada, Yudhistira, and we'll keep looking for Aslan Shah Kamruzaman.
And he's still 13th, I hope.
Yeah, I think he's still 13, still
Yes,
continuing.
he is.
Yeah,
So if he continues at this pace, he'll at least pick up
3 points.
Which, with his current lead of 20 points, might mean a knocked off top spot if Tiger Harder can pick up a maximum 25 today. And let's not forget, The injury for Aslan Shah won't heal an awful lot between now and race number 2 tomorrow. It could be a turning point in the championship.
No, this race is getting more and more exciting because all of them want to bunch up again, like the underbone race. So, well, we're gonna see another like an underbone race. Gonna be another last lap battle again.
A last lap sprint, that would be quite good fun.
Most of them are former underbone riders, so they should
Yeah,
be
I
used to
think
it.
you're used to it, so I think it's gonna be great fun later on.
But there's an awful lot more power. 600 cc's, the super sport, Zakwan. As he's still chased by the teenager, Tiger Harder. Positions aren't changing much, although we're seeing Ratapong make a move there. Tepi Nagoe and Ratapong are having a rare ding-dong for P5 as they come down the hill once again trying to control that wheelie.
Yeah, I mean like Kenneth Kubo using a medium rear, and look at it. I think the tire still works. He's still there, and I don't see a lot of sliding from him. So I think the tire works even though on this type of weather. So somebody crashed in front there. I think.
Oh, right on the main straight in
I
front
think
of us.
Somebody.
It's
I think
Decha.
crashed in
Decha
front.
crashed.
Decha
is
has just
out of
crashed
the race.
on the front straight.
There he is, that is just ahead of the start-finish line. Decha rapidly exiting stage left. He is now out of the race, which is great news for Aslan Shah
Which is
Kamrazaman.
really great news for Aslan.
Yeah, but I think they have to clear the bike there because it's a quite dangerous spot there to be the bike to be there, and I think we need somebody to clear the bike up before.
Well, there is Decha. I hope he's not hurt. He was
Yeah,
able to sprint
okay.
away, and they're clearing the bike just in front of our commentary corner. In the meantime, the race is going on, and Zakwan Zadi is still leading the way. We're down to the business end of the race, the final third of the race. Zakwan, a little bit of slide on those back tyres.
Yeah, but Zakwan using hard, I think he should be able to continue with the hard tires.
Tepe Nagoe has reached number 5. He's just overtaken Ratapong.
Indeed, so those two continue their ding-dong battle. We wait to see if Harder is just playing a waiting game on Zakwan Zadi. And Kubo, we keep forgetting about Kubo. I rarely mention him, but the pole sitter is still
but
there, and
I
he's
think
in
Ito
fourth
is
place now.
Yeah, in
third
fourth
now.
place now, Kubo. I think Yuki Ito have passed him.
So maybe it's not about the kids after all. Maybe a little bit of experience for Zakwan and Yuki Ito will come into play. We've still got 5 laps to go. Still everything to race for. Good race.
Yeah,
Good race.
definitely. But looking at Tiger Hada, he's like I say, he's really relaxed right behind Zakwan.
Well,
don't know.
Zakwan is absorbing the pressure well up to this point.
Yeah.
The question now, actually the game changer would be Hada. When would he make a move on Zakwan?
Colin Cheng and Kwon Meng Heng with the analysis of this Supersport 600cc, where Yuki Ito is now closing in on the back of the teenager Tiger Harder on the Rama Honda. It's been a good day so far for Rama Honda. Will it continue to be, or will the Masushi Bonsu Honda be able to pick up the victory? We will know inside the next 4.5 laps. Ito making his charge on the Yamaha. Behind him, Kubo. And
Nagoe.
behind them, Nagoya is still in there.
Yep, and Ratapong Villarod.
Looking at Kenneth Kubo, I think it's like sliding on the bike, on the machine. I think the tire must have, worn out, not that compared to the hard one.
Well, he's the one who took the gamble.
Yeah, I took the
and
gamble. He used the medium tire, the rear.
Well, while we were watching the front row, Aslan has got up to 12,
Oh, okay.
thanks to Decha actually.
Shankar Sarath Kumar is trailing him. Decha is out, Chalermpol is out, so the experienced former champions are both out. There is Aslan Shah out in the countryside all on his own. He's 8 seconds behind 11th place Citisac, so probably can't catch up. Just stay on that bike, Aslan Shah Kamruzaman.
Yeah. Get as many points as possible.
It's almost like you're in his ear, Kwon Meng Heng. Pick up points. Make sure you're in a position to challenge going into races 11 and 12 in Buriram. Zakwan Zaidi leads the way from Tiger Harder. Coming into the technical side of the course. Wear and tear physically must be beginning to play on their minds at this stage, how, Pauline?
Yeah, certainly, especially when I'm really looking much on Kubo because of his unusual tire choice at the front on the front grid. Even though we rarely mention him, but we're going to see how right now this is the point where we can tell the difference between the tires that they're using.
Yeah, now you can see, I think 3 of them just try to, have a gap from Kenneth Kubo. You can see he's really sliding off the bit.
There is Kubo in 4th. Ito is beginning to have a little look there on Tiger Harder. Do not count out Yuki Ito, bike number 76. He is a competitor. Zakwan leads from Harder, from Ito. Ito, as Pauline said, didn't have the best of seasons last year. He's competitive this year though. He's picked up a couple of 2nd places and a 3rd place, so he knows where the podium is, and he also knows how to put pressure on teenagers like Tiger Harder. Battle for first, 3 laps to go. Zakwan, Tiger, Ito, Kubo holding on to 4th, Nagoya and Ratapong 5th and 6th.
I mean, if I am Tiger Harder, I would definitely try to show Zakwan my front wheel to say that, hey, I'm behind, so I will definitely try to make him, pressure him and make him make a mistake. But it looks like Tiger Harder just follow him around.
Well, we've seen his competitive spirit in the past, Tiger Harder, but he does seem a little bit be calm today, Pauline.
Yes, he does seem a little bit hesitant right now. And with 3 laps to go, there's not much time left.
Ito right on the back wheel of Tiger Harder. And Ito now beginning to put the pressure on. Kubo, to his credit, has hung in there, the Thai who operates out of Japan.
The front trio has managed to drop Tepe Nagoe. There's a bit of daylight between him and the top 4 now.
So Kubo 4th, as you say, Tepe Nagoe dropping back into 5th place. I'm interested to see if Ito can begin to put pressure on Harder as much as if Harder can put pressure on Zakwan. Fabulous finale, 2.25 laps to go. Zakwan has been leading since the very first corner after a really good start, and he dragged Harder along with him. And since then, these two have dominated this race as they come up the Dunlop Hill, down, control the wheelie, and into the right-hand corner to take us with 2 laps to go. Call it Kwon Meng Heng.
Yeah, I mean, Zakwan I think he's trying now to get a gap from Tiger Harder, but I don't think so, because looks like Yuki Ito gonna make a move if he want to win the race. By now he should make a move on Tiger Harder.
But Zakwan's getting really serious now because of the 3 front runners during the last lap. Zakwan was the fastest rider. As compared to the previous rounds where it seems like he was controlling their pace. He was the pacemaker.
Yeah, I mean, because of Tiger Harder didn't show him the front wheel, that's it. That's the problem.
Ito goes off the racing line. Maybe beginning to take a gamble or so, which we know Yuki Ito does like to do. Harder has been on rail track, still Zakwan Zaidi focused, hasn't looked back, is confident in his own ability.
Yeah,
or is he?
He hasn't looked behind, since start of the race.
Suffered a horrible time in Sentul, Zakwan Zaidi. Will be looking to recover with a 25-pointer today. Still under pressure from Harder.
There you go, you see a move by Ito.
Ito moves inside. Harder moves outside Ito, but Ito now up into 2nd place, Pauline.
And he's the man with nothing to lose. He has absolutely nothing to lose, so he can try. Which was why I said that Harder is the guy who would be the game changer here. Because he did not pressure Zakwan, now he himself is under pressure, trying to chase a very experienced Yuki Ito.
So Ito currently in 2nd place. They come down the hill, and what that has done is it's allowed Zakwan Zaidi just to pull away a little bit more. While the others have been racing, he's been moving away.
Yeah, it looks like if this is gonna carry on, I think Zakwan gonna win the race. This race is gonna belong to Zakwan, because I think Tiger Harder never really do anything, to get back the 2nd position there.
And its own small way, this is good news for Aslan Shah Kamruzaman. Aslan Shah, let's not forget, is currently in 12th place. Will pick up 3 points. So That's all he can do. And he can just hope that maybe if Zakwan wins, Harder is pushed as far down the track as he possibly can be. But Zakwan is really pulling away right now.
Yeah, pulling away, but you can see Yuki Ito is trying hard, try to catch up with Zakwan. And you can see Tiger Hada now is trying, try to catch up again, try to pass Ito, but I think it's a bit too late there.
It is almost like Zakwan was controlling and controlled. We are on the last lap. It would take a phenomenal effort now for either Yuki Ito or Tiger Harder to get the better. Ito worried about Harder on his tail. Zakwan pulling away. Ito 76 is second. Harder makes a move on the inside. Tiger Harder goes on the inside. Retakes second place. Ito has a look. Harder holds him off. Zakwan holds on to lead. Terrific move from Harder. Zakwan from Tiger. From Ito. From Kubo, who's still hanging in there. Quarter of a lap to go. Zakwan Zadi from the first corner as he goes up the Dunlop Hill will go over the crest, has a little look back. He knows the Harder's behind him, but he just must avoid catastrophe, and Zakwan Zadi will cross the line to win it ahead of Harder, ahead of Ito, ahead of Kubo. And a man out crashed in the last seconds. It's a nasty incident. Right on the very, very end. Is it Kubo? It looks like Kubo hasn't crossed the finish line. And he is prostrate just in front of the finish line. He's come off the track as we carry on. So Nagoye will pick up fourth, Willarot fifth, Kubo sixth, Noriyuki Harder 7th, Amadou Destira 8th, Irfan Ardiansha 9th, and Yamada 10th. As we try to find out how Kubo is, let's talk about the race and the performance of Zakwan Zadi.
That's brought out the red flag, that incident.
Yeah, I think they brought out the red flag after the Kenneth Kubo crash. So I think Zakwan very well, but to me, I think Tiger Hada didn't do anything, to make Zakwan, that he's to pressurize him, but Tiger Hada didn't do that,
Hada did not race as aggressively as he should.
Yeah.
And he did not really pressure Zakwan. And to make matters worse, he made things harder for himself.
Yeah, after
because
that, yeah,
when Ito caught up, then suddenly you can't catch Zakwan anymore because you're too busy with Ito.
Yeah.
Okay, here's confirmation of the results. Zakwan Zadi, 25 points. Tiger Harder, 20. Will draw closer to Aslan Shah Kamruzaman. Ito in third. Nagoye will pick up fourth because right before the finish line, we had the pole sitter Kenneth Kubo coming off, and we hope he's okay. We'll get a medical update as soon as we can. Ratapong, well, Kubo plus 1 lap because the red flag was called. Aslan Shah will finish in 11th place because of the Kubo incident. Sitisak Shankar Sarath will finish in 13th, 1 lap down. Decha Kreisart, he crashed out. Well, dramatic incident. Kenneth Kubo is still getting treatment. That little knot of medical personnel to the right of that picture there, because as he came into the main straight, he went off the track, off the racing line, crashed onto the grass, and thankfully we can see he's moving, but it caused an instantaneous red flag.
Red flag, yeah, I mean, they give a red flag after they take the checkered flag, and looks like I saw him sitting up just now. I think looks like he's okay, but anyway, we will later gotta check on him and see how it goes.
Okay, right, as we quickly go to the Parc Ferme, we're going to go for a very, very quick break. When we come back, we'll have a medical update, we'll have the highlights, and we'll have the podium and the overall standings of a dramatic ending to the Supersport 600cc. Work from our camera crews, well done for them here at Chennai. They've caught all the significant incidents, and there have been quite a few of them going on today, but the most significant as far as the championship standings are is that Aslan Shah Kamruzaman picked up points, so will retain top spot. We'll explain exactly how the championship stands after the national anthem of Malaysia for Zakwan Zadi, who is on the top of the podium. Happy smiley faces on the podium, because for Zakwanzadi, he has put the nightmare of Indonesia right behind him and is right back in the championship challenge. Prizes being handed out by Ajit Thomas, the president of the Madras Motorsports Club, and we thank the Madras Motorsports Club for their hosting of this. It's good to be back with the ARRC here in Madras after 4 years absent. And some race we've had for you. Tiger Harder, the teenager, picking up second spot. He's very happy. But Zakwanzadi, Pauline, he's reignited his championship challenge.
Seems like he has, but let's not forget that he and Tiger Harder are tied on points now. They share second spot on the championship ladder. So which means that tomorrow's race is going to be even more fun. Aren't you looking forward to this?
Absolutely. Mushasu Bunsu Honda pick up the team award for a race that Zakwan led from first corner to last. Team award to Bunsu Honda. Ito, a good third for him. Harder, an excellent second, a hard work second, although both of you were a little bit critical that he maybe could have pushed a little bit more. But Zakwanzadi back in the championship standings. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman unofficially ending on 11 points, which will keep him at the top of the championship standings. But he's hurt, and there's another race tomorrow before he'll have a chance to recuperate and the next race in Buriram.